It's about 3 minutes out. It's almost time. Almost. It's omelette time. Let's have the cheese. Loading into a tom-tom on an old patch. Almost. There we go. Hiding that pesky timer. And then on the right side of automaton we have Vesper from Imba F fighting versus our boy Exiled, All Inspiration, Blue Protoss. Let's see what a nice cheese we have to start out episode number 33 of this Omlette de Fromage. A wall is going down for our Protoss. Meanwhile, the Zerg is gonna go expand. Yes. A 16 hatch. So he doesn't like to get pylon blocked. Which I guess would have been a problem. Hey, Woozbot, thanks for follow. I guess would have been a problem if the probe would have been sent directly after the pylon. But like this, you can actually prevent, or at least on this map with the distance, you can prevent a pylon blockage of your natural. probe is going home again, so it doesn't look like a cannon rush is gonna happen here. Of course, the Overlord is scouting, something which Zergs should absolutely do, but versus Protoss, your first Overlord should always go over your natural to prevent any sort of cannon surprises happening. Because boy, are they annoying. Expansion going down here for Exiled. Who has a trophy? Whilst the Zerg boy does not. And now I am wondering if the trophies are actually when the game was played or if the trophies are right now. Going for the third base expansion here is Vesper. Absolutely between 2:30 and 3 standard time for a Zerg to do that. And it looks like Exiled is supply blocked. There are no pylons on the way, so that's gonna be a problem. Exiled, what you doing, man? There we go, building a pylon over here because it's safer that way. 2 adepts are on the move here. 2 queens are ready to defend though. And a couple of lings are being made. Shades will move into the mineral line and try to find some damage here. Will they though? No, they get cancelled because Zerglings are good at killing adepts, especially if they can surround them right away. Stalker will take out this Overlord here. Shaboof. He explodes in a bloody mess. And we have Proxy Gate with Proxy Twilight Council. Alright. Exiled warned me that this could only be a reserve game because it was hard on the line of being cheese. Because of course it's a late proxy. It's still, I'm still gonna call it cheese. But yeah, I was down replays, so I only got 5 replays together, which is what I need for an episode, so I had to use this one from Exiled, who was kind enough to provide it. So this goes out to you guys. You need to send me replays right now. Well, not right now. Next time you play StarCraft, cheese your opponents in the most gruesome, creative fashion you can imagine and send me the replays. Or if you get cheesed really hard, or if you hold a cheese really clutch, send me the replays. I want to cast them, and you might feature on an episode of Omlette de Fromage. Sentries are going to get warped in here. And Zealot legs are on the way. More gateways. So we're at what? 5 gates? Okay. And a robo. So Immortal Zealot Sentry. Strong timing push here of 2 base. And Zerg looks like he's transitioning into roaches, which is of course a bad idea if your opponent is going mortals. Unless you can overwhelm with massive numbers. If we look at the supply, Zerg is a bit ahead. Worker-wise, he's ahead, wow, he's ahead 21 workers. And he's down in army supply, and as we know, equal army supply favors the Protoss because their units are very good. And I fear for my Zerg brother here, he might just get overrun by this army here. Especially because there's going to be 5 zealots warped in at a time. Probably more gates are going to get added at some point. Currently no. But yeah, armies are getting consolidated and I don't think that's enough to hold this. Where are the force fields though? Oh, the zealots absolutely annihilate the girls. And Vesper just decides to get the fuck out. Well played, Exiled. Crisp timing push, absolutely destroying Vesper. Who was not prepared because there was a proxy. Zealot's good unit, right? I agree, Ballad. I agree. Let's see what the gods of replays have ready for game number 2. It's one of Jimmy's games. Versus a Maxim Mystic. I'm gonna call him Maxim USLTK, the Red Protoss. Facing off versus our Terran boy, my Apex companion that has now returned to StarCraft. It's all inspirations, Chimtoni. I'm just gonna leave the logo there because we're gonna have another patch, a game probably later. So, good luck, have fun, says Jim Tony. And Maxim USLTK agrees. There's also a probe moving across the map. It's gonna be able to scout because the door is not closed yet, but it doesn't look like it wants to. Maybe it just wants to build a pylon and start a cannon rush while it's still ahead, you know? You gotta get ahead while you're ahead. And now we're just gonna annoy this worker boy. And not let him move down, I guess, because there is stuff building. But this worker is now following the probe, so I'm not sure if that was a good idea, because he's gonna see what's going on here now. It's an interesting position, I mean. Oh, this is an opportunity. Oh, almost gets in there, but only almost. Jim Tony cannot finish his depot. And of course, as long as... Oh, actually, he's gonna finish. Gateway being thrown down here as well. Probably Maximus, yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna call him Maxim anyway, though. Yeah, Jim Tony is in a bit of a pickle here. There's a bunker finishing now, and derp! Rip. Yeah, that is huge, actually, because now the cannons can shoot up because there's no high ground vision, and the Marine can just take out those two cannons. So, yeah, rip. If he could have built a pylon, this would have gone differently. But even if he gets a Zealot out now, there is Marines out, there's a bunker. I think this cannon rush by Maxim USLTK has failed. And the Marine tries desperately to squeeze through his friend and the depot here. Another drone comes up. But yeah, it's hard for the drone because the bunker covers the ramp pretty thoroughly. Dangerous for the Marines to go on this side because there's Zealots. Should probably just stand here and shoot. Uh-oh. Run away! And the Zealot dies. And thus the cannon will be taken out. Yeah, now there's a Cyclone out, so that's gonna absolutely wreck everything here. Just take out the pylon and this is over. Meanwhile, at home we have an expansion and a cannon and a core, and that's it. Not even a gateway at home, so no units can be built currently. And this means Jimmy can just walk across the map and kill everything here, I believe. And he should know this as well, since this was a pretty committed attack with the gateway here as well and everything. But you know, why? I mean, he's down in workers, but he's up in army. He has 12 army supply versus 0, so he should probably just move across the map now. Gonna add some more racks to the mix. There's shield battery and the cannon, so basically this cannon has a lot of shields, but that's it. If the pylon falls, and this is a game over, and 2 cyclones can take out buildings, such as pylons or cannons, very, very quickly. Maximus, though, with a substantial worker lead. He's also throwing down gateways now in the Robo. 2 gates and the Robo and the Dark Shrine. Went behind Dark Shrine, but he's not really behind. He's just behind in army. Meanwhile, Jim Tony building up his force here, adding a Raven, which will come in super handy versus those DTs. AMP absolutely works on shield batteries. I have no reason to believe they do not work on shield batteries, Ballad. EMPs will drain energy from anything that has energy. Probably super effective on shield batteries because they will probably drain the shields and the energy. But they might not, I don't know, to be honest. Jimmy's army is looking scary now though. 38-2 army supply, 2 ravens are out. And Florencio base has been taken down south by Maxim US LTK. And there's still nothing to defend at home. There's 1 unit somewhere. Okay, we have 1 warp prism and 2 DTs. 3 DTs now. And he's gonna see this army and be like, what? And it's gonna lose everything here. In a jiffy. Poof goes the defense here. And then the rest of the base. There is a warp prism still moving down south. There's absolutely no detection here. But we have a 1 scan in a second. So let's see if he pulls down. Almost gets that warp prism. No, he gets the warp prism. So these DTs are trapped here. And the scan was thrown out. But there's nothing to kill these DTs now. A Raven will pop out shortly though, will do an end. And of course all Terran needs to do at this point is float away with a building and he will be safe because there's absolutely no way that there's so many workers, Jesus Christ. And they get pulled away down south, but he's gonna lose all of his tech. There is 2 gates being made here. But I doubt that Jimmy will not be able to find this. He can just send a Marine to any position there is. A turret is taking out probes here in the corner and all the rest gets gunned down by men with gun and car with gun. They are doing the same thing. Is this a common build? Like cannon rush into DTs? I mean, I would build DTs if I was Protoss, because DT, good unit. Anyway, Jimmy's gonna clean up, and now he knows that his opponent has still built a base somewhere, because he's not being revealed yet. He's gonna clean up here first, nonetheless. Because he's gotta know that he's way ahead, even though Maximus is super far ahead in workers. The army supply does not lie, and it cannot be corrected this fast. The warp prism though was taken out, so no more warp ins currently, also no more DTs. The Twilight Council is being thrown down now. There's sort of an army down here and they will march right into the cyclone, thus telling Maximus, telling Jimmy here that Maximus must be down south somewhere. And yeah, I think this force will get annihilated really quickly here. Interference matrix on the stock. And nice lock-on micro there from Jimmy, taking out these units. And he will probably guess. The stock gets away. Boom. He'll probably guess that the enemy is somewhere down here since he saw the units run up from there. And the probe is here and we'll build a nexus shortly for another escape plan. Nope. Building units. More stalkers, more zealots. But now the Army of Doom is marching down south to destroy this Maximus's last vestige of hope here. An interference matrix gets thrown down, all the stalkers get disabled, and allow the Marines to take on. Marines were on move command there for a sec, but it won't matter. The probes are dead. Only 2 probes remain, those in the gas and 1 in the top right corner, and Chimchani is victorious here. fending off the cheese like a fence master. Next up is Ballad. Facing off versus player who plays random. Interesting. Top right, it's a red Terran boy. It's all inspirations. Ballad. Facing off versus the blue player, the Terran player who got random Terran. Of course, we need to scout what our enemy is if we are Ballad, which he will probably do short-ish. And then act accordingly. Player will scout as well, because he wants to know what his opponent is playing. And Ballad doesn't give a crap what player is playing, he's just going for his standard opening, and now he will send an SCV over to see what's going to happen. This player SCV is taking a most peculiar path across the map and will most likely be throwing down a proxy, which is happening right now. As you can see in the production tab, there are barracks being built here. 2 barracks for player, 1 at home, a decoy barrack so to say, and 1 up front, like half-ish across the map. Not super aggressive, but probably not being scouted there. So far out of the way. The question is Ballad gonna know that something is up here? I mean, it looks pretty standard for now, so it wouldn't possibly... Yeah, I don't know if that was a weird gas timing, Ballad, but definitely something has to be off here, although, I mean, you're only now throwing down your expansion, so who knows? But there's 2 proxy Rexes on the way now. And it's gonna be a Reaper build. Proxy Reaper coming up. Only with 2 Rex though, so not too aggressive. Of course the 3rd Rex will send over its Reapers as well. And we see Reapers being made here as well. A factory is thrown down and no bunker yet. Of course a bunker would shut this down so hard. But again, there is enough room here for Reapers to get up on the high ground. Which is gonna happen soon. Poof poof, they fire their little jetpacks. Ponk. Ponk. 2 SUVs get taken out and now the factory is under fire. It's gonna probably take forever to turn on the factory though. More SUVs dying, a Reaper will get taken out as well. You cannot win a battle with 1 Reaper versus 2. And now the SCVs have to be pulled. The 2nd Reaper comes in. No, actually it's a reinforcement Reaper from player here. And it looks like he is going to absolutely wreck the mineral line of Ballad here. Boof. Yeah, I don't like to say it, but it looks like this is over. Yeah, it was a good build order. Threw you off. I mean, it's probably hard to tell before the expansion drops what he's doing. Of course his expansion is gonna be late, but it's hard to tell. Especially because it's gonna hit before the expansion is gonna be finished. Next up, game number 4, we have a Dodomeki, the red Zerg, in the bottom left of New Repugnancy, facing off versus Omaha Kid from Cloud M, the blue Zerg, with the 12 pool. Good old 12 pool. Used to be 6 pool, and then with Legacy of the Void, it became a 12 pool. So let's see what Omaha Kid is gonna do with this. We shall see. Dodomaki, meanwhile, going for the 17 hatch here. Which is Omaha Kid's dream scenario, of course. You don't want to be playing a 12 pool versus a guy that goes pool first. You really want them to go hatch first. Sixlings are on the way. No speed is being researched here. We're going in, all in, with this build. Morlings are being added. Oh, the drones are being pulled. Why would you go back? Should probably move along with the drones first so they can like move across the map. And they're gonna run right into this overlord. And right now you can see Dodomaki's APM spiking up from 1890 APM to 300 because he knows he has to do stuff to prepare for this. He's not quite sure what he's gonna do yet because his pool is not finished. And I don't think there's gonna be anything out to defend this by the time that this hits, because this is hitting right now. I would like to have seen the spines being built here, like in this choke point, so they can't be attacked. So apparently Omaha Kid is a known cheeser, known 12 pooler even. And it looks like Omaha Kid is taking the worst end of this trade here. Although there is still links out. Oh, it's gonna be so the spine finished, and this is probably game. With this spine finished, I'm not sure he can do anything here. Because this spine is gonna kill the pool and then he can't do anything. There's nothing mining at home though for Omaha Kid. He still has one worker somewhere. Where's that drone? Pool is down now though. But he has to kill 2 hatcheries. And there's a queen out as well in a very favorable position. It will get taken out eventually, but he's gonna lose a lot of these links that he needs to kill off these buildings. There's actually 2 drones mining at home, but they will get taken out shortly. And Dodomaki still has 1 worker tucked away somewhere. Ah, he's getting chased down though. So yeah, this is probably... I agree, Jimmy. I don't think Zerg currently has good cheese versus Terran. I absolutely agree with that. This is gonna be so close though. Oh, he has to pull back. 4 lings and a spine crawler versus 6 lings. I do believe if he goes and builds... Oh, he can. Yeah, he can. Can he? No, he can't. He is lacking 35 minerals to 35 minerals to win this game, because he could build an extractor and win this game, but oh, the spine crawler though. Yeah, he can't, because the spine crawler would still be alive. This is over. Dodomaki will lose this game. Will he though? Yeah, the spine crawler is winning this game. Although now there's a drone. But there's no money to build anything. And the Ling. God! Of course he can build an extractor. But can these Lings kill a spine crawler? Yeah. Because there's... Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna march across the map. He's not stupid, right? Why would you march across the map, dude? Don't do that. There's not gonna be creep over there. This is over. I don't think Omakit can win this. I mean, the spine still counts as a building, but there's only 2 lings versus 6, and he can't burrow the spine, so the spine is basically useless, and he has to kill. He has to kill this. Yeah, this is over. I mean, eventually Red's gonna find the spine and kill it, which is happening now, and then it's over. Poof! And the market loses this close game. Impressive. Impressive. Next up, Lewis Kaniski. In an old version of StarCraft. Well, you sent in a game, dude. Yeah, see? It was a while ago. But shame on you for not submitting anything else. In the top left corner we have Shask from Born Gosu. Facing off versus our boy, it's a blue Protoss with the amazing skins. It's Lewis Kaniski from All Inspiration. With the low ground pylon. And Born Gosu with the early pool. I believe it was a 14 pool. Nah, probably a 12 pool. Yeah, it was a 12 pool, alright. 12 poolin'! The good old 12 pool versus Protoss. The build manipulation hated more than anything else. Because it's hard to wall versus 12 pool. Unless you know exactly what you're doing. And Shask looks like a man with determination. He knows what's happening. I casted yours, Jimmy. You might have missed it. It was game number 2 or 3? No, probably 3, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna need another one for next episode, so keep the cheese coming. I think I casted yours just before you got here. The one where you defended the cannon rush. Yeah, I remember now. There's a clip? Well, send it to me. We'll watch it after. Ooh, the block. Oh god, he's gonna lose the probe. He gonna lose that probe. Oh god. Why is that still... Oh, it's a drone rush. It's a drone rush. And it, of course, victorious because... Why? There's 2 pylons. Why did you GG out? Do you think you could have won this? You think these drones can kill these pylons before 2 zealots pop? They might. I don't know. There's probably lings on the way as well, so... Yeah, with the lings, you're right, I guess. You could have held this, I think, if you just had just gone and attacked the probe. I don't know. Okay, so I probably got the zealot cheese last episode then. Okay, so now everybody, let's watch the clip. Actually, let me figure out how to show you the clip on here. Ah, you can just watch it yourself, right?
Kill the gateway. And I'm like, hey, I need to go scout to figure out where the dark shrine is. Then I'm like, wait a minute. No, I know where the dark shrine is.
Yeah. Jimmy, yeah, the dark shrine was where you said it was gonna be. Well, okay. This concludes this week's episode of Omlette de Fromage. I am out of replays. I think I have one more from Ballad. Let me check. Yeah, I have exactly one more from Ballad and then I'm out. So I need replays from all of you in order to continue my little project here. Tell your friends. No, I casted all 3 of yours. I think I casted all 3 of yours, dude. Check. I cast one this game. I cast one last episode. And the one before that, yes. You sure? Well, let me check then. That's weird. No. You sent them on the 5th. I casted one of them on episode 31 and one of them last week. Yeah, absolutely. They were all casted, dude. Sorry about that. This was the last one. Yeah, just sent me another one. And you guys sent me... Ballad, you need to send me... No, I have one of yours still. Okay, guys, you need to send me replays. Also, now I think it's time for some Apex. Thank you all for watching this awesome episode. I'll be seeing you next week when it's Fromage time again.